I'm still getting over the fact that I'm 30 in my parents' basement. But
I think there's several worse things to be than 30 living in your mom's basement. One of them is probably doing meth in a trailer in the woods. So I'd say you're on
yeah,
an upward trajectory.
Call from
Smelly.
Hello?
Is this the Gecko?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, this is Smelly.
Have we spoken before, Smelly?
We have not. This is my third time calling, so I'm really excited to speak to you, Lyle. How's your New Year going so far? Am I the
Real
first
quick.
caller of the New Year?
Yes, you are. You're my first call of the new year. What's cracking, Smelly?
Not too much, my man. Started listening to you a couple weeks ago and wanted to give you a call because, yeah, I don't know, I just turned 30 years old. I'm moved back to my parents' basement here recently. I went through some kind of rough year the past year. I was living in a trailer in the woods, kind of doing some hard drugs and shit, and then ended up like getting drugged by some people that I thought were close to me. They ended up GHBing me, and I kind of got sexually assaulted. So I woke up with a sore asshole the next morning, and was not something I wanted to go through by any means. So, yeah, just kind of wanted to call in and get your advice and see what you have to say about it, Mr. Gay.
Okay, beginning 2024 with a lot. How did you end up in a forest in a trailer doing drugs?
So I'd moved out I was in California at the time. So I moved out to California out of college. I had a really good job. But I was like super lost. I was just like, at the end of it, I had worked for 7 years in technology sales and like made my way up and was account executive. I was making $150,000 a year. But then COVID happened and I was able to move wherever I wanted, and I was still feeling lost. I was still 23 at the time, so I decided to move to the woods, and I wanted to learn how to homestead and how to farm, and I did learn that. I learned how to raise chickens and ducks and work with goats and learned how to grow weed and all that good stuff. So I learned a lot out there for sure about like homesteading, living off the land, living off grid, and I kind of wanted to learn that in a certain way, I guess. But then, the stress of my job, I ended up getting in this really bad car accident in 2021, like almost died, hit a tree, fell asleep on the wheel, hit a tree. It was really bad. So then I ended up quitting my job after that, and kind of starting to explore the homesteading life more, you know what I mean? Diving more into that side of myself. It was kind of like the movie Into the Wild, it felt like. I think there was a lot of ego going through that. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Into the Wild ended with the guy dying, so I'm glad that you didn't die.
Me as well, for sure.
Yeah, so how long were you in the trailer for?
Let's see, it was probably like 8 months.
Okay,
yeah.
What kind of drugs were you doing?
I was doing meth, crystal.
Okay. Are you clean from meth now that you're moving out of the woods?
Yes, sir, yep. I've been
That's
clean
great.
for over a year now.
That's great.
I stopped drinking hard liquor about a year ago, too. They were kind of a combination of the two things. I was like finishing 175 in 3 days and banging an ounce of meth in like a month.
Were you alone in the trailer?
No.
Who were you with?
I was on this lady's land. Like my landlady she had a house like within half a mile that I could walk to, and we checked in every day. And then I had a girl that was like my girlfriend at the time, and she would come to see me and spend days with me at a time.
Okay.
Which was very magical, actually.
Great. And then what was the catalyst for leaving the woods and coming back home?
It was definitely a sexual assault for sure. That just kind of woke me up, like snapped me into
Mm-hmm.
That definitely snapped me out of a lot of the kind of, whatever you want to call it, the fog I was in or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And how long ago was it that you left the trailer and came back to your parents' house?
It's been about like 8 months now. Yeah, in April this past year. So
how have the 8 months been?
It's been good, It took. I mean, yeah, I'm still getting over the fact that I'm 30 in my parents' basement, but once I've kind of reestablished that relationship and the fact that I'm safe and healthy,
I think there's several worse things to be than 30 living in your mom's basement. One of them is probably doing meth in a trailer in the woods. So I'd say you're on an upward trajectory.
I agree.
Where do you want to go from here?
I don't know. Yeah, it's been a traumatic couple of years, right? Just kind of like going from making that much money to not making any money now. But then I learned a lot of skills, and now I'm doing I had done landscaping over the summer, and now I'm doing DoorDash, anything I can kind of make a couple extra bucks on. So I think it's kind of figuring. But I also, I got a college degree, so it's like I'm kind of deciding between I really like working with my hands, so I kind of want to go into trade school, but I also could go get a master's degree in like natural resources stewardship or something, where it would be like working with the land and indigenous communities or certain communities that have big plots of land that need help like managing, So yeah, I don't know. It's this kind of thing, but I always change my mind too. So
what's your degree in?
It was in sustainable systems management, a Bachelor of Science.
That's cool. Did you ever hold a job that was related to your degree?
Not directly. I'd went into sales just because, I was moderately good at it. Back when I was like a sophomore in college, and I just kind of stuck with that for 7 years. So, I did different, CPG companies and then tech companies.
Are you still with your girlfriend?
No, she's back in California still. Yeah.
Okay. What's your relationship like with your parents that you're staying with?
It's solid for sure. I'm very blessed. I'm very, very lucky to have, parents that are, alive and able and willing to, take me in and kind of support me and be there for me in that way. So I'm very grateful for that.
Now, do you have like friends or any other kind of like a community besides just your parents?
Yeah, no doubt. So I have a lot of. I'm back, like obviously, I'm from where I'm originally from now, or I'm back where I'm originally from. So I have all my like hometown friends that I've been reconnecting with over these past 8 months or so. So I'm definitely close with them for sure. I'm gonna start doing some coaching in the spring, so that'll be good to kind of like that'll be my first like group organization that I'm kind of getting myself back into since working in corporate life. So that'll be good.
Yeah, I feel like that's important. I've spent many a time just isolated, and it's probably not good. It's probably not healthy. I'm no Dr. Lizard guy. I'm just a dumbass with a podcast, but it's probably healthy. Okay, so you're getting yourself back out around other human beings, not isolated in the woods. You're clean off of meth. Again, everything you've told me sounds as though you were on an upward trajectory as I'm talking to you right now. Do you believe that about yourself?
Certainly, yes. I definitely do. I guess it's just something, 2 years ago when I was working corporate, I never thought I would be doing that in a trailer kind of thing. So it's like I don't talk about it often, right? So I really appreciate you being here to be able to, kind of help me air it out a little bit. It means a lot.
Well, here's the thing, though, is the grass is always greener, right? Because there's so many people with corporate jobs that probably wish that they were doing drugs in a van in the woods.
Right. Yeah.
Well, what's your dream, man? What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I want to make enough money to support myself and buy a plot of land eventually. Yeah, I want to raise my chickens and my ducks and get a horse and have some cattle live off the land, in the most sustainable way possible. But also
that's cool.
Maintain a good connection with the community too. Make sure I don't get lost like I did in the past, because that was fun.
I like that. I don't think that you living at home, you living at home in your mom's basement at 30, I don't think that that's, from what I understand about you and what you want to do with your life, I don't think that's any kind of impediment to your goals. Not that I know how to start a farm from scratch, but, sometimes, man, I really do believe this, like, if you're so far gone, right? If you're just like, just at your lowest and you're addicted to drugs and you're, just at like, you're all the way at the left-hand side of the spectrum of where you want to be, and you want to get closer to the right-hand side, right? You gotta, take it one step at a time. Right, that's why I keep saying that you're on an upward trajectory, and that's important, because, you have a lot of time to achieve this farm dream of yours, and I think again, it seems like you're on an upward trajectory, and so I would celebrate those small victories, right? I mean, there's no real timeline to get any of this stuff done by, so I wouldn't chill out and, eat all your mom's food and use all of her toilet paper and stuff. That's what I was doing for a little bit.
Meatloaf.
Yeah. Don't fucking hate yourself over it.
Right. I appreciate that. Yeah. Those small steps. I think it's hard where I'm now, right? Where it's like, so far gone or so far away, and I felt like I lost a lot of stuff over the past couple of years, but thinking about it more, where I'm growing towards where I want to be. I appreciate that. That's why I wanted to talk to you, Gek.
You're gonna be like a Disney movie.
A Disney movie? I want to be like.
Tell me.
What would I be?
You want to?
Could I be like a cuttlefish? I want to be a cuttlefish. You know, cuttlefish.
No, you're a farmer and you have a bunch of whimsical.
But can we make it underwater as like a cuttlefish, making like a kelp forest?
Hey, listen, Smelly.
It's a Disney movie.
Listen, Smelly. I support you in your dream, but the first thing you need to know about being a farmer is that you can't fucking do it underwater.
Debatable. You gotta Google some more stuff there, Gek.
Bro, if you become the first underwater farmer, I will eat my words. I will personally.
You'll literally be eating underwater words.
I'll tell you this: if you become the first underwater farmer, I will grow gills and live in a cage in your farm underwater. That's my deal to you.
But give me 5 years.
There we go. All right, you're leaving. It sounds to me as though you were leaving this phone call slightly motivated. To start to achieve your goals for the purpose of enslaving me underwater, and that makes me happy to hear.
I would dare say highly motivated.
Well, Smelly, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Are you coming to Minnesota?
Am I coming to Minnesota? Where the fuck is Minnesota? What's the biggest city in Minnesota?
Fucking Midwest.
Is it Minneapolis?
Jonasville. It's Jonasville.
Is Minneapolis in Minnesota, or is Minneapolis somewhere else?
Yeah, Minneapolis. It's the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Minneapolis and St. Paul. Okay, I think I'm coming to Minneapolis I don't want to promise
anything. That'd be dope.
I think I'm coming.
I don't
not
need
in
any
the
promises, but
not in part 1, but in part 2 of like somewhere in the fall, I think.
yeah, that'd be dope. I'd
Bro,
love
if I
to
do, I'll
see
come. Well, here's the thing. I'll come at some point to check out the underwater farm. I guess is an aquarium. Wait, hold on. Is an aquarium is kind of an underwater farm, isn't it? You could start an aquarium.
No. You said I'm gonna be the first one to do it, so I'm gonna let you know when I get it done. But yeah, it may be already a thing. So maybe I'm just piggybacking off someone else. I don't know. Aquarium guys.
Aquarium guys.
Thank you, Gek.
Thank you, Smelly.
I hope you have a wonderful 2024. I love you.
Bye, Smelly.
Hello.
Hi there. What's your name?
Hi. Kate.
Kate, what's going on? How's being a human being on the earth?
So I was in this like year-long relationship where the guy like really screwed me over. Like he cheated on me and lied to me and just kind of like strung me along.
Mm-hmm.
And it even started, actually, the whole relationship started, and I'll regret this forever, but the relationship kind of even started with him cheating on his ex-girlfriend with me.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I will regret this literally to the day I die, but like, I was like stupid, and I was like, oh, that's because I'm special and she sucks and blah, blah, blah.
Sure, yeah,
I've grown out of that, but obviously he like immediately started doing the same thing to me. It lasted for like a year, and then we broke up. But ever since then, I've kind of been like stalking him and harassing him because I'm so angry. Like I'll threaten to show up at his work, and like sometimes I do. I go to his house. He'll block my number, and I'll just like make new numbers. It's just like I'm so angry. I'm just so angry.
Okay.
And I'm like trying to get even.
Okay. Well, I mean, what I'll tell you about this is that I mean, you already know that you shouldn't be doing this, and I think I guess you're calling me for further validation of that. But I guess let's talk real quick about how everything that you're doing is. I'm gonna actually explain. Like, the perspective you got to have on this is that you doing all these things is not you getting even. It's actually the opposite. It's actually it's actually just making life worse for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It is making life worse for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like this obsession that I can't let go of. Like he's also like it's like an obsession of like with getting I will stop talking to him for a week and like leave him alone, and then like this anger bubbles up in me, and I'm like, I can't believe he did all these things to me, and then I'm like, I have to like ruin his day, and then I will like go out of my way to ruin his day.
No, yeah.
And I know that
you get
It's yeah.
But what's your name again?
Kate.
But Kate, again, do you understand why? You know, spending any amount of your valuable lifetime harassing this guy, stalking this guy, like bathing. It's masturbatory. It's just indulging in your anger, and that indulging making your life worse. You know. It's like a drug. I know it's like you're like succumbing yourself to the adrenaline of this really intense emotion. And I understand why you're, I'm telling you to just stop, but yes, this is that's the I guess quote complication of it, but you have to find a way to exert some kind of mindfulness, right? Some ability to, when your anger is popping off, your ability to look at it and go, okay, I'm at you, because you have your animal self that's rash and emotional and makes poor decisions in the heat of the moment because it only knows the present. And then you have your higher human brain that can recognize when you're having negative thoughts that are going to lead to bad things for you, and you are endowed as a human being with the ability to recognize those thoughts and put a leash on them and go, I'm not going to indulge in this today because I'm using my higher human brain to understand that this is just going to make my life worse and that I'm not going to be able to move on if I keep indulging. And, you know, it's a hard thing. There's a lot of, I mean, gaining a mastery over your mind and your emotions is a lifelong journey, and I'm not there for sure, but, you know, I mean, that's what you got to do.
I know, it's kind of true. Like, I honestly feel like a wild animal, like, when I'm doing it. Like, I lose all control, and I'm just, like, obsessed with revenge. But I know it's, like, if I had just dropped this a year ago, then I would have spent the last year, like, living my life, and I wouldn't have spent every single day obsessed with it. And, like, right. Every time I do, it's just, like, it just feels like a true addiction. Like, I almost feel like I'm going through, like, withdrawal when I'm not doing it, because I'm, like, 3-4 days in, I'm like, I have to go, like, shake up the situation somehow and, like, because otherwise I'm just sitting here and I feel like a loser, like I lost.
I was recently I was very, very mad at someone, and I would find myself and it was taking over my brain. It was really taking up valuable space in my brain. I was furious, and I would find myself in my car or alone. I'd find myself like yelling at them, like, to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like be alone, screaming at this person, just like letting it all out, and I'm like just indulging in the feelings, not actually screaming at that, but like, you know, being just like yelling in my car, like being pissed off. And it just took away valuable space that my brain could have used for better thoughts and ideas and whatnot. And every time I would get those thoughts, things would bubble up, and I'd get angry at it. I'd have to fucking wrangle it, and I'd have to be like, dude, you're just indulging in your anger, and it's extremely unproductive, and it's ruining your days, and it's not good. So, you know, you can't control you know, the events of what happened to you, what this guy did and whatnot, but you got to understand your power in letting those thoughts get to you, or deciding not to, and that you're going to move on with your life.
Yeah, I guess it is just like mindfulness and like it's just like a constant, like I have to constantly like stay on top of like not succumbing to these like really intense outbursts.
Or you could kill him. No, don't do that. Kate, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go? Who the fuck is that?
Sorry, no, my sister is listening to me.
Oh, okay.
She said she's your biggest fan and she wants to say hi. That's what.
Oh, sure. I'll say hi to your sister.
Hi, Lyle.
Hey, what's up? How's life?
It's not ideal, but I know you have like other callers. I just wanted to say I am one of your biggest fans.
Oh, and thank you. It's so nice.
Yeah, you're really doing God's work. So, thank you, and I love you. And we're gonna come try and see one of your shows.
Shit! What city?
Or this year. We don't know yet. I still have to look at the list because I didn't even know until I didn't know you were doing another tour until this podcast or whatever, like this stream.
Sweet.
So I gotta go look.
Sweet. What's your name?
You
give me a fake
you can
name.
just call me R.
R.
Yeah,
R.
R.
Very nice to meet you. And tell your sister to hang in there.
Yeah, I will. There's like a lot of stuff she didn't say that I'm not gonna say, but the guy like. There's a lot of stuff he did that
I'm sure,
you know,
but I'm sure,
yeah.
but this is about, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
look, everything you said made sense.
Okay, good. Is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Yeah. Everyone out there who's depressed and struggling right now, keep on going, and maybe things will get better one day.
I don't know. This is not a good thing to say, but I just thought about it. I was thinking, like, if I were dead, I wouldn't have to do anything, and that'd be kind of nice.
I think about that every day.
I'm not gonna do anything. All right, I'm not gonna. I don't think that's good. I think it's good to do stuff. I think being dead and not doing anything is one of those things that sounds nice, but when you get there, it's bad. But I did indulge in that thought for 2 seconds, but now we're good. So.
Okay, well, if you ever want to drink the Kool-Aid with me, just let me know.
Okay, I'm glad to know that plan C is on the table. R, thank you.
Okay, you have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing evening, and
you as well.
Eventually, I'll see you at your show.
Beautiful. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
What's up, chat? Imagine your therapist saying that. I have to say it. I can't. I just thought I can't. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna get up here and I'm not gonna look into the camera and go, everyone who's struggling out there, I know. I'm not gonna do it. That's not who I am. Who I am is, I think it just would be easier to be dead. That's not an invitation to kill yourself. It's not. You shouldn't kill yourself. But it's just the thought that comes into my head. And it is true. It's factual. It is factual that it is easier to be dead than alive. But just because something is easier doesn't mean that's the right route. Often the harder route is is usually the better one. So take the hard route and don't kill yourself. You know? All right, whatever.
Call from
Sam.
Hello?
Hey, Lyle.
What's up, dude?
Hey. So I wanted to talk about a worry I've been having about moving out.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So right now I live with my mom, and I take very large poops, and I clog the toilet all the time. And I don't know, I can't afford to move out by myself, but if I move in with somebody, I don't think that would work out. You know what I mean?
Dude, I had a horribly embarrassing, I am a serial toilet clogger.
Me too.
I don't know how you feel about this, but for a long time I lived in a state of denial where I thought that it was the toilets.
No, I've clogged too many.
I've clogged too many. I've clogged toilets in every U.S. state. No, that's not true. Every one that I've been to, I've clogged a toilet in. I was recently. I did a little move and like in between my move, I was living at my parents' house again for like a few weeks, and I had clogged my toilet in my room, and so I went downstairs to use the other toilet, the toilet in the living room, like the main toilet, and I fucking clogged that one.
So they were both clogged at the same time?
They were both clogged, and then like I'm like hanging out in my room, and my mom knocks on my door, and she's like, "Do you fucking clog the?" She's nicer about it. She asked me if I, you know, she was like, she told me, she said, "Is your toilet clogged and the downstairs toilet clogged? Because you only use the downstairs toilet when your toilet is clogged." I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, you know, I've been all over the world. I have like thousands of people who fucking call me for advice about fucking life. And I'm in my room in my underwear talking with my mom yelling at me for clogging every fucking toilet. in my house.
Yeah.
Like, it was just this moment where I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. There is. Okay, so I was at a hospital, and I saw there were blades in the toilet. And I'm thinking that if it clogs, they can, like, shred it like a blender.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can buy that or just keep
Holy
a blender in your bathroom
shit.
or something.
That would be no. I want to keep one in my backpack. I'm going to use it for every toilet, dude. You know what I love is and you'll appreciate this is I love a industrial commercial toilet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Like where?
Like if you every time I go to my grandma's house, I clog the toilet because if you're like a grandma or like residential toilets, like old toilets, they clog so easily. But if you go to I will never clog the toilet at an airport because they all have like these industrial like, you know, it really like the water pressure is good. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
love those toilets. They're great. They make me feel like a real human being.
Yeah. I had one time we were driving home and we stopped in like this small town. There was like a Chevron, and it's like a super small gas station. Like the bathroom door is like behind the clerk's counter. And I went in and I took a giant shit and clogged it. And then when I came out, there was like a line of like 3 or 4 people to go in.
Oh, I've done that before. You just dip out.
Yeah, I just ran to the car.
That wasn't me.
Like, go.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't announce.
Yeah.
You cannot just leave and just be like, folks, I have an announcement.
No.
I have clogged the toilet. What are you gonna do? Just leave. You can't take responsibility for that.
Yeah, I don't know what. I wonder if they like actually went though, or they left. I like to think that they all.
What the fuck's wrong with it? How old are you?
I'm 26.
I'm 26. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with us?
I don't know. Might have been something about when we were born. I'm
so happy to talk.
And they don't seem to have this problem.
I'm so happy. What's your name?
I have Sam.
I'm so happy to be talking to you, Sam. This is great. This is therapy for me.
Yeah, it's because I don't know anybody else. And then people say like, "Oh, it's the toilet paper. You use too much toilet paper." But like, if I know it's a big shit, I will flush before I wipe, just so it has better chances of going down, and it won't go down.
Okay, here's the thing, and I was like, okay, I don't know what the appropriate amount of toilet paper is because I like a big clump, right? Because apparently you're only supposed to use like 2 squares. But if I use 2 squares of toilet paper, I just get a bunch of shit on my hands. That's not enough to cover my fingers, and now I have shit fingers. And then I use the bathroom, I wash my hand, and now I'm just walking around with like shit on my fingers. So I don't know. I guess everybody else is just digging their fucking hands in their asses because they don't want to. Because they want to seem like they're better than us because they don't clog the toilet.
I don't know. I don't know what it's not a very proper thing. Just wipe your ass however you want to do it.
So are you going to move out?
I don't know. Well, that's what I'm actually worried. So I was actually, because I don't know what to do. Like, this isn't even a joke. I was actually thinking, like, maybe I could get used to just, like, putting a glove on and like mashing it up, but I don't want to do that like as a regular thing.
Yeah.
And I have a video, and I'm not kidding. I have a shit that's like 2 feet long. It goes from like it's out of the water up to like the lip of the toilet bowl, and then it's back down, disappearing through the bottom of the toilet. So I don't even know how long it actually was. And I flush it and it just doesn't even budge.
Oh, so your problem is not the toilet paper, Matt. Your problem is you actually are taking toilet clogging
No, it looks like an animal. Like if I saw it, nobody would think it was a human.
That's crazy, man. Have you been to a doctor about this?
No. I do have a story about, I thought I had a tapeworm once, and I showed the doctor, and he's like, "That's a bean sprout." So I was just at the doctor for no reason, showing him a bean sprout that came out of my ass.
That's cool. I like that story.
Yeah.
So you were talking to me, and you said you cleaned. What happened in this call is you were talking to me about something, and then I used it as an opportunity to talk about my own toilet clogging problems because I was excited to finally talk to somebody about clogging a toilet. And then I've lost track. You're trying to move out, but you're afraid to move out because you're afraid you're going to clog the toilet. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what the solution, because there's no way other people would be cool with that.
Oh,
like
yeah, you're okay getting roommates. Why don't you live alone? Can you live alone?
I can't afford. I live in California, and I don't make enough to do that.
Yeah. No, you gotta get a roommate.
So like, I would need to just rent a room, and it's kind of like I can't really. It's not urgent, but I have to kind of move out soon. So.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah. Wait.
Why don't you find a way to? Why don't you start like an OnlyFans or something? Like find a way to monetize your poops. And that would probably work.
No,
it wouldn't. It wouldn't work at all.
You don't think that would work? I think
no, I don't think so. All right, then do it, please. Please be my guy. But please, if you can do that, I'm quitting this fucking podcast. I'm gonna go do that. That sounds great.
Okay. We could start a fan site.
Yeah, I like that idea. What's that's I'm sorry. That's the extent of I think how I would solve this problem. What I usually do, what I would do is I would just get my roommates, AE, my mom, get mad at me, and I deal with I just let the shame hit me like a fucking stack of bricks, and then it won't kill you. You just gotta take it. You just gotta take it.
Yeah, but I feel like they'd probably make me leave.
How are they gonna? All right, good luck paying the fucking rent.
Yeah, well, they could just find another normal shitting person.
How are they gonna do that? You're on the lease, aren't you? Put it in the lease that you're make sure that it's in the lease that you're allowed to clog the toilet as much as you want. Just sneak that in there when no one's looking.
Okay.
What's your name again?
Sam.
Sam, this was great. Thanks. This truly was very therapeutic for me. You've been the therapy Gecko to me tonight. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. It was good to meet somebody else with the same problem.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I don't know. Try not to clog the toilet, I guess. Or I guess they could, I don't know how they'd let me know. They'd find a solution. I don't know. Keep watching Gek.
Thanks,
he gives
man.
good advice.
Take care.
All right, take care. Bye.
We did it. 11 minutes on clogging toilets. Whatever, I don't care. That's the truth. That whole story of clogging every toilet in my fucking parents' house. That's my life. That's real. It's not cool.
Call from
Luke.
Hello?
Hello?
What's up, Luke? How's it going?
Not much, man. I'm just chilling. Got off from break from college, and sorry, I'm a little nervous right now. I didn't actually think it would go through.
And here it is.
I'm just
through.
Yeah, I'm just calling about. I've had a little bit of struggles these past few years in terms of I don't know, just kind of realizing what I want to be and what I want to do and things that I don't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. That's kind of what I wanted to call about.
Well, do you have anything in regards to that you want to elaborate on?
I would just say I don't know. When I was younger, I struggled a lot with obsessiveness and getting obsessed with different things. And about 2 years ago, I went on a missions trip, a religious trip, kind of being a missionary and such. And during that time, I was struggling with my faith and everything. And I was just reflecting a lot on my past family. My dad was a big yeller. and he was kind of abusive in some ways, the way he yelled at people. And I don't know, I just kind of like, I don't want to be like that. And at one point during the trip, I got so anxious to the point that I like just was kind of like questioning who I was, and kind of like I just became so like perfectionistic. And I remember watching like this thing called this documentary, you know, like serial killers, like John Wayne Gacy and all that.
I am familiar with the idea of serial murder, sure.
Yeah, during this whole trip, I was like trying to be perfect and everything and all that, and I was like questioning everything, and I don't know, I like watched a documentary on Netflix about that, and like it was weird.
Are you about to say that you were questioning what to do with your life, and you saw a bunch of guys kill and eat people, and you were like, maybe I should kill and eat people? That'd be a good life path. It worked out for those guys. I was talking with someone the other day about how, you know, just from the perspective of a murderer, I bet if it's like your favorite thing to do, I bet if you really like it, if you were like what's his name? Jeffrey Dahmer?
John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer. I bet if that's your thing, then like doing it, killing and eating a person, it probably is awesome. If it's your favorite thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it. I guess like I don't know. I was just thinking about it, and when I was watching it, like typically over my trip, I was obsessed with this thing called. Do you know what MBTI is? Like personality types and all that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I was like obsessed with this idea of being this like really good person. I remember like on the test, I took it, and I didn't really have too many close friends in high school, but I remembered like, oh, I got the guy who's the protagonist, the guy who always does the great thing. But I got on my trip, and I wasn't really that. I had a lot of problems with like the instructors and X, Y, and Z, and I was like so obsessively like bringing down myself if I messed up. And I guess I watched it, and I saw like John Wayne Gacy struggle with like his sexuality as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just like some of the things, like I remember it said that he would like put on like women's garments is like whenever he was 8 or 9. And I don't know, whenever I struggled with my sexuality, I like did that. And it just like was so weird because he was like a very outgoing, like he took control of things, and I thought of myself in that kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I saw him do that, he led himself into a life that was like, he became obsessed with power and then having power over other people. And that got to a point like sexually where he wanted to like kill people, kill young men. I've never felt that way ever.
That's good. I think, so you're telling me you were like, okay, John Wayne Gacy, I'm with you on the wearing women's clothing. I'm with you on being confused in my sexuality. But the killing and eating people, I'm not on board with. That's the part where you stop.
No.
That's
yeah,
good.
That's where it
These are
stopped.
good things.
It was, yeah, I hope so. But during the trip, I was just like so freaked out. And it's not really something I think that much about anymore, but because I like had to like really repress it and stop thinking about it. I remember like later on the trip, I would like pray out to Jesus. And I know not that many people on the podcast probably like vibe or I don't know.
I can vibe with fuck those people. Let's vibe with Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like, it was something where I had to like pray out that like, because I would get like thoughts that would intrude because I had never thought about this kind of thing ever in my entire life. But once
hold on, I'm lost. Are you just talking about being gay, or are you talking about killing people?
Not kind of just like thoughts of me becoming a person who was like that. Not even necessarily.
Hold on, that is not an answer to my question at all.
Oh, just okay. So like not really the kind of the gay thing, but also just like whenever I watched it, I saw someone.
Hold on, are you talking about being gay or killing people?
I mean, I would say like killing people, but it's not something that I've necessarily like personally thought about. But it's something feared that possibly I would become something like that, I guess.
Yeah, sure. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay. Have you ever had the urge to kill?
No. I don't think I have. Like,
All right.
I've played a lot of sports where I've, like, played football and, like, that was fun and whatever, but no, I haven't. I would definitely say not.
Okay. Luke, you seem like a nice guy. I'm so sorry I've been talking about killing so much. I feel like I've lost track of where exactly we are with this issue.
I would just say it's like, I don't know, just something to talk about. And whenever is it something that I've talked about before to other people? And it's always something that's like, I have to always clarify, no, I don't actually think like that. But my own, it's hard to even talk about, like you were trying to stop me and saying, like, oh, being gay or killing people. But it wasn't really like, whenever I think back, it was more just like I related to those things and I was already so obsessed with being something. And I would look at other people and I would want to become something that I necessarily wasn't. But once I saw those traits in someone else that I
Why not? You know what I think,
like,
Luke? I just think listen, the universe of men wearing women's clothing, there's a whole universe of it. There's like RuPaul's Drag Race and whatnot. I guess what I'm trying to say to you is that if you need a role model of some kind or somebody to look at to, compare your own life to just to make some sense of it, you can probably find somebody better than John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, probably. He was a psychopath. He was an evil man.
So, I'm sure that there are people who have had similar life experiences as you that have not gone on to kill people. So don't freak out.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, because even talking about it, it's like I've talked about it before, and anytime someone hears that, I'm always afraid of talking about it, because like as soon as I say that, they think, oh, this guy has thought about doing this to people. I haven't.
Just get someone new. Just find a different person than John Wayne Gacy. I don't think that the drag community are John Wayne Gacy. I don't think that they claim him.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. And see, he killed and ate boys.
He did kill and eat boys, which tends to people frown upon that. What's your name again?
I'm Luke.
Luke. Well, Luke, do you feel like this was a productive conversation?
Yeah, I would say it definitely was. It puts things into more perspective, puts things into just thinking about, I think I've been so obsessed on the idea of not being something, but I think what you're saying makes sense logically, where it's like, don't even think about that. Just think about, that's not even, those two things aren't related. I guess since that was, the first experience where I don't know. As a kid, you're afraid that you're going to start getting urges to do John Wayne Gacy shit. Yeah, that's why I was afraid that at some point that would come upon me.
Okay.
As a kid, it was pretty taboo. Of course, I live in a pretty religious home, so already being interested in I don't know, the shit I was interested in was pretty taboo. So I was just hoping to God that at one point that would never happen.
Yeah. Listen, I think I'm gonna say this to you, Luke. I don't think that all people who question their sexuality and wear women's clothing turn out to be serial murderers.
Yeah.
Luke, is there anything else that you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Just thank you. And
that one guy did, but that was just one guy. That was just one guy. And there was also Buffalo Bill, but it doesn't matter. What were you going to say?
Wow, there's a lot of people.
There's a couple people. There's a couple. You're okay. You're right. There's a couple of them, but it's like not. It's not even a percentage. It's like less than 1%. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, there's a lot of. I don't know. Just be happy. Do whatever. I'm trying to do my thing, and I hope everyone does well. I'm trying to be a scientist one day, so. I always just pull little connections from like different things, and I don't know, but I appreciate it a lot, Lyle.
Of course. Take care, man. Good luck. Good luck trying not to develop a lust for blood.
Thank you.
Take care,
Good
Luke.
night.
Bye-bye. Okay, someone in the chat just said, "Does Lyle think Buffalo Bill is real?" Fuck, is he not real? He's based off of a real person? Whatever. I'm gonna manifest him as real. Wait, no, that's bad. Okay, I will not manifest Buffalo Bill.
Call from
Reba.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
Oh my God, this is Reba.
What's up, Reba? How's life?
Oh my God, I'm chilling right now. How are you?
I'm doing actually pretty okay, man. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to call in to talk about today?
I wanted to tell you that I've been a big fan for a while, and I'm coming to your Albany show.
Thank you. Oh, my Albany show. Oh, I didn't even realize tickets for that were on sale yet. That's cool. Nice.
Yeah, like I know you're announcing the show on Friday, but my friend sent it to me as like, oh my God, like no way. And then I was like, nope, I'm buying tickets like right now.
Sweet.
So I'm really
Awesome.
excited to see you.
Yeah, I've never been to upstate New York before, so I'll be there. What the fuck? I don't know. I hope the show will be better than what I just said to you. Well, thanks for coming. I'm excited to see you in person, but I guess before that, we could talk about anything, man. About anything. What's on your brain today?
Well, I have been contemplating moving out of the country, so that's exciting. Kind of. I'm also scared to think about it because I've lived in, let's say, New York for all of my life.
Where out of the country are you going to move?
I was thinking about Poland.
Where in Poland?
Probably like northeastern Poland. There's like a small town where my grandma lives, and it's like kind of like a summer town, like a scenic town. So it's like nice, and all my family lives over there. I lost my parents in 2021, and I'm an only child, and like no cousins around, so it's like kind of tough. So I'm like thinking about starting again, but I'm not sure if like I should, especially because I'm not like fluent in Polish, and I'm like 25, so I've lived here for all my life. So I don't know. I wanted to get some like advice.
So you're gonna go to Poland just by yourself?
Yeah, and then my friends said that they would come visit me, and they're planning on having kids, and they could get their dual citizenship or whatever, and it could be the fun Polish aunt that takes them everywhere. It could be fun. I'm serious. This is like, for right now, like, and I'm making this about me, but only because I'm relating it back. Is about you.
For right now, I'm like, if I'm doing this Gecko thing, I'm whatever. I'm like, I want to live in America. I want to live in New York and do my thing and whatever. But if I weren't doing this, a part of me does think like, I would just fucking move to like, anywhere else. Maybe not move, but like maybe go nomadic for a little bit. I don't know. The point is, I fantasize all the time about moving to Thailand or Japan or anywhere else.
Go vacation and see everywhere and see the world. It's just there's a lot of opportunities out there, but like it's scary leaving everything that you know.
Do you have any money?
Yeah, I have some money. Yeah, and I have some like things I could sell. So like I would be like okay, like I think I could say I could be financially stable if I were to like liquidate a few things, and then move.
Now, why? I guess like, why move to Poland? Like, what do you want to? Why don't you just go nomadic mode for a little bit? That could be fun.
I know, like, I was thinking about, like, moving to Poland on, like, a TBD basis and then, like, visiting, like, other places and, like, like, just seeing where life takes me from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the problem with that is that it is true, right? Like, you're going to get lonely. Like, you do need to have a community
Right.
and other people around. But if you're smart, I truly believe there's ways to actually, even weirdly enough, meet a whole lot more new people than you would have if you had stayed in Albany.
Right. Yeah.
And look, you could also go do it for a year, and then if all else fails, you could just go back home.
Right, I know. But, like, there is, like, I have a great uncle and, like, 2 second cousins here. So it's not really, like, there isn't too much to go back for except for, like, my friends. But they're also looking to, like, move away. So, like, I'm not sure if there's really any, like, motivation for me to, like, stay here long term. Besides, like, if I were to go and then come back, like, I don't know what I'd be coming back to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Well, then fuck it. I mean, go meet go get a Polish husband. That could be fun.
Maybe, who knows?
Why Poland feels actually, no, I've heard cool things about Poland. Poland.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's a lot of different, like it's really old there. There's a lot of, like, old history, and I went to Iceland this year, too. If you ever have the chance, I don't know if you've been. It's super, super cool. There's a lot of volcanic activity going on around there, but it's super dope.
Nice. I've heard good things about Poland.
Yeah. Make
you
a
could
stop
go to-
on your tour for 2024,
Yeah, no, Warsaw's cool, Krakow's cool.
Yeah.
What about
Yep.
I don't know, I mean, do you have any? Yeah, okay, so your parents passed away. I'm very sorry to hear that. So you don't have any family in Albany. It sounds to me as though your friends are all, like, moving out, and so there's just no one even you're like in super no man's land right now.
Yeah, because, everyone's starting their life. We're in our, like, 20s, you know what I mean? So, like, everybody's doing their own thing. And I'm looking to do my own thing, but I'm not sure if this is, like, a step in the right direction or if I'm going to fuck myself financially by moving somewhere far away and then not having a way back or a fallback plan.
Well, what the hell? What else would you do with your life? That's the thing. Is at a certain point you're like, at a certain point you don't even, like, have a better thing to do than to do the quote risky thing.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, talk me through that. Like, what else would you do?
Well, right now I work as, like, a legal assistant, and I got like a college degree in communication studies and stuff. So, like, that's very broad, and I could do a lot of different things. Like, I wanted to be, like, a graphic designer or, like, a layout person. But that's not where life took me for right now. So I'm, like, trying to reroute and figure it out. But, I'm just not sure, but I am quick on my feet, and I think I could do a lot of different things. It's just a matter of, like, what would make me happy. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with what would make them happy, especially translating it to, like, a professional 9 to 5, because nobody wants to work 9 to 5. Nobody wants to have a job.
Go to Poland. I like that. Go to Poland. Go crazy.
Go to Poland?
Go to Poland. That's what I would do. Why not? I mean, what? You either go to Poland or you stay in Albany?
Yeah, and, I, like, work my way up for whatever and, make money and maybe find somebody, but maybe not, Like, maybe I could just stay here and just fucking disintegrate. I have no idea.
I don't know. If I always think that taking a teeny bit of risk is good. I mean, you're not... You sound like... I mean, if you have, like, a little bit of money, if you're not going to, like, go there and... if you if you have, like, $200, don't go to Poland. But
no, it's a bit more than that. But yes, I do understand the logic behind that. Because
Okay.
good luck
If
there.
if you have the money to like be like, all right, I'm gonna be fine if I take a little risk. I think I would go for it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the advice, Gek. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you know where you could go? You could go to Tasmania in Australia. That's the incest capital of Australia. Did you know that? I learned that while I was there.
Wow. No, I had no idea. Huh. That's a cool one.
Yeah, that was a really random thing to say, but I was like, I gotta say a random thing at the end of this call. I'm trying to do that more. Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I had a question for you, actually.
Yeah, please.
Where do you get your smooth jazz from?
Oh, yes, YouTube.
Just YouTube? Okay.
Just YouTube.
All right, I like it.
Thank you.
So I'm a big fan.
Thank you. I will see you. Don't move to Poland before March.
No, it's in April, so I'll definitely be here. Yep.
Okay.
So
Yes, it is in
will see
April.
you.
Great. Awesome. I will see you in Albany.
All right, take care, Gek. Thanks for taking my call. Have a good
Bye,
night,
dude. Thank
chat.
you.
Bye.
GLHF, Reba.